Statistic, yep. Statistic, yep. Statistic, yep.
Hello, mamas. What are these scenes of chaos on the screens behind me? What did you potentially log into twitter.com and see on your Twitter or TikTok all over? The Temuthee Chalamet lookalike contest. There's very few events ever in life, very few moments that are so just wholesome and everyone can enjoy it, and it's silly and it's goofy, it's apolitical. No one's mad at the Temuthee Chalamet lookalike contest. Well, except for the cops, but we'll get into that. See, I had the immense privilege of being one of the judges at this competition. To give you some backstory, posters started showing up around New York City that said Temuthee Chalamet lookalike concert, reward $50 with a little QR code to a Partiful link. Partiful? I don't fucking know how it's said. And I started seeing them, and in my mind, I was like, I know exactly who the fuck is behind this. I know who was the mastermind, because the mastermind of this was my buddy Anthony, aka Anthpo, and in this case, Gilbert. Little synonym? That's not the fucking word. What's like the word when it's like another name for you, but it's not a nickname. It's like a fancy name for a nickname. It's a nickname for a nickname. So me and Anthony go way back. Okay, so I've done a few things with Anthony in the past on YouTube. If you've seen, we went to a furry convention together at the start of this year. And so, yup. And I truly, listen, I'm going to glaze him for a second here. There's very few people that I see on the internet, especially that I like have the pleasure of knowing, where it's like, where is this motherfucker going to be in 10 years? Like, because I think he literally is going to be, I think he's one of the most creative minds of our generation. I think he's one of the funniest people I know. And he somehow has the fucking brain capacity to pull shit off. Like this, the Temuthee Chalamet lookalike contest. So the posters are placed around New York like back in September, and I see them. And then he sends a TikTok to me of the Temuthee Chalamet lookalike poster. There's someone being like, guys, what the fuck? There's a Temuthee Chalamet lookalike contest? I need to go. Everyone get your skinny rat boyfriends and bring them on downtown. And I was like, this is you, isn't it? This is you. And he said, yes, it is. And then he said, would you like to judge? And I said, yes. Fucking duh. Also, he's Cheeseball Man. The infamous Cheeseball Man of New York, too. Like, this man wears so many hats. And the hat he wore to this event was a giant top hat. And he rode one of those, like, transatlantic-ass bicycles with, like, the giant... Like, this one, we met... Okay, I'll run it down. I'll run the day down for you. So, there's me, 3 other judges, Anthony, and then a co-host. And, like, 6 camera people. And producers and like assistants and crew. It was fucking crazy. So we started this one park, which is like our backup park in case shit goes south, which it did. And then around, like after we all met each other, we went over to the main park, which is Washington Square Park. It's like one of the biggest, not biggest parks by like size, but like it's like an iconic park where like so many little hijinks happen and it's fun, and it's like right around NYU, so there's like a lot of like young people around, like perfect spot, you would think. So at 1:00, which is when the event is supposed to start, we like pull up. We're all like carrying like chairs, tables. It's silly, but we have like a good amount of stuff and like props. And there's a 6-foot tall trophy that says Temuthee Chalamet lookalike contest winner. And there's a fucking giant check, like one of those like comical like giant checks. Whenever it's like Dwayne The Rock Johnson gives like $10,000 to like a children's hospital, it was like one of those fucking checks. And so we set up, and there's already a few people. There was like a K-pop group, not like a real K-pop group, but just like some like like Koreaboo freaks just like doing a little dance in the square before. So they were like kind of our pre-show, I guess. But so they clear out. We move into the circle. We start setting shit up, and then people start pulling up. And there's like already like press people. Like I've never seen this shit before in my life, but like journalists wearing like a badge with like their like a picture of them, and it says like Washington Post or like GQ, and then it says press. I'm like, oh, y'all really fucking do that, huh? Like in my mind, like journalists just like sit on Twitter and like run chat GBT. Now, okay, let me not shit on journalists because I'm just projecting because I tried taking journalism in college and then I fucking dropped out. So we start setting up, and the crowd starts like kind of closing in, and we're kind of running out of room. But we set up a red carpet. Anthony comes in on his little fuck ass bike, and then we hear that's a whistle, and we hear whistling coming from behind us. And lo and behold, here comes this fucking cop pushing through the crowd, and immediately goes up to Anthony. He's like, shutting this shit down, gives him a $500 fine, bro. $500 fucking dollars to do something for the culture. For like, listen, let me play devil's advocate. I understand what the fear would be of cops. You have a giant crowd. We don't want Astroworld 2.0. But people are here for a Temuthee Chalamet concert. It's not like we're like fucking Playboy Cardi doing like a pop-up show in the middle of the no, like people were like a little shovey, but they weren't like there was no fucking danger. So they immediately shut our shit down, and the circle's closing in, and we're like, what the fuck do we do? So we take as much shit as we can. We're just like grabbing stuff, and we go to the backup park that we met in, which is like 4 blocks away. And this shit was so bonkers. So like we're carrying the trophy, and we're just like, follow us. And I kind of regret grabbing it because it looked like I was like the winner of the Temuthee Chalamet competition, which like, listen, I know my hair is like fucking long right now, but no, I'm like, no. So we're walking through the streets, like leading this charge, and I've experienced a lot of crazy things, but I've never experienced many crazier things than this. There's like 20 photographers following us in front of us with their little fucking press badges, and there were some that were like kind of polite and some like that seemed more professional, and then there's like freak ass TMZ ass bitches being like, come on guys, stop moving, I'm trying to get a picture. I was like, whoa, like y'all are real, and then I was like, whoa. I understand Treble Rump. So, and then I was just like focusing on walking straight, and me and Anthony are like both holding this trophy, and I was like, okay, I wonder how many people are behind me. I look back, the entire fucking street is just people walking, like all in the street, all on both the sidewalks. Craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. But eventually, we make it to the park. We make it to park number 2. And at this point, so like obviously it was advertised as being at Washington Square Park. So as people came in like late, they started trickling in to that park, and some people came to the secondary park where we were actually having the event. But I think this footage behind me is at Washington Square Park. I feel like the press never left. But fucking Temuthee Chalamet himself shows up. Now, this was like none of us thought this shit was like gonna like he was gonna show up. Like none of us. We were like, no fucking way, because he's like, need I even give like a description? Like, and he showed up with no security. That's the craziest thing. Apparently, this motherfucker showed up with a mask on and then just took the mask off and was like, I'm Paul Atreides, Duke of Arrakis. Like, head ass. What the fuck? And then, so I guess the crowd was getting rowdy, and one of the fake Timothees got arrested, like literally got detained. What the? I saw this tweet, and it was like, there was legit police brutality at the Temuthee Chalamet lookalike contest, and then someone replied and was like, was it fun? And they were like, yeah. So I think the people that got detained got released, so thank gosh for that. But for real, like fucking ACAB, bro. Like, just the stupid. And the craziest thing is this shit was on a Sunday when there was a Trump rally. Like, Trump himself was sold out fucking Madison Square Garden, like 10 blocks up, and then at a park like 6 blocks to the right or east, there was like a Trump like an unofficial rally. Like people were like having like a little demonstrate. Like what the and the cops decided to fucking single in on the Temuthee Chalamet lookalike content. It was so stupid. Oh my fucking god. But anyways, unbeknownst to us, we're all at the second park where it's beginning. So it was kind of weird. There was like 2 events almost happening at the same time. Like I think a lot of people at Washington Square Park didn't know that we had moved because we kind of moved in like a quick. We just got the fuck out of there. So at park number 2, we like set up on this little hill and we get all the Timothees to get behind us. In like a fucking line, and it was so funny to see just like all of these white dudes and then one hilarious Latino man who he came in like 3rd place or something, I think. So we have all these Timothees behind us and we get people to sit, we get people to I'm a horrible judge of crowds, but I think there's like maybe like 300 400 people who came with us who were at the second park. Probably no, more than that. I don't fucking know. And so we start off by the Timothees come to the front of the crowd and just a general boo or woo, which was so fucking funny. Like it must have been so humbling to like get up in a Temuthee Chalamet costume, show up to this event. You waited for probably 2 hours. It was a little bit cold. You get in front of the crowd and you get fucking booed. Like, oh my god. But then, I mean, the crowd was pretty friendly. And then, like, a lot of people, like, the ones that really looked like it would get a cheer. The ones that were silly would get a cheer. One of the Timothees was dressed up as Willy Wonka and threw candy into the crowd. So then it was narrowed down to, like, 4 people. Each judge picked a Temuthee to almost like The Voice. Like, we had our own little fucking Timothees to to put on the stage for the world. Side note, how does The Voice and American Idol still exist? And why do people still treat that show like it has any kind of like ounce of relevancy? Because like I get a lot of people watch it, but when is the last time that someone that won that show actually had a career? Like, do the people going on American Idol think that they're going to be like set for life? I'm so curious because last time I feel like it was 2004 the last time someone like actually had a career from an American. So anyways, also I haven't picked up my Adderall prescription yet. Anyways, so it's down to 4 Timothees, and then we start asking questions. So the question that I asked all of the Timothees was like, Temuthee Chalamet is half American, half French. And he's fluent in French, so give us your best sentence in French. Unfortunately, a lot of them just said, like, bonjour. Fucking annoying. I mean, realistically, I don't know what I would say. I don't know if I would have more than bonjour. But it was then... So then we did, like, a little bonus, like, speed dating round for one of the Timothees. And holy fuck, why did so many people show up with business cards? Listen, that's some shit I would expect in like LA, but I did not realize how networky people like. I think 3 of the girls that came up for the dating segment were like, "I'm an actress." What the fuck? We need coal miners. Double side note. There's this TikToker who I won't name, but I saw her making. Did I talk about this in another episode? I didn't. I don't think. There's a TikToker that I won't name who made like a 3-minute video talking about like bawling, fucking crying, being like, oh my god, I swear to god I told this story. My memory is fucking going, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Literally crying because she was like, I have to answer emails. And I told myself when I started being an influencer I'd never answer emails. And like genuinely crying, like her dog exploded in front of her. And then I like realized that I have a cousin in the coal mine right now, like literally working in the fucking coal mines. And it gave me some pause and it gave me some thought. And I was like, whoa. I definitely told that story in a previous episode. Or I told it to my mom. I can't remember. Anyways, so Anyways, so many people were just like, there were some like fun outfits. Like people were like trying to get like a Temuthee Chalamet lookalike number, which is it's kind of cute. It's like people like made it into like a little dating meet cute moment. Like good on you, good on you, good on you. But this one girl literally had a bag of fucking business cards with like her Instagram on it, and then like dropped them and didn't even clean them up. Like afterwards, like Anthony and a bunch of the other like crew had to pick up all her fucking business cards. So anyways, it's down to 4 Timothees, and we're like, okay, we need 2 final ones, and so we pick one that really looked like him, like really fucking looked like him. He had like a scarf, and he did a really good like Paul Atreides ass monologue, and then I brought in the one that looks like Willy Wonka, because he was listen, where he lacked a little bit in looks in terms of like looking exactly like Temuthee Chalamet. He was playing Wonka like a motherfucker. He brought a briefcase and pulled chocolate bars out and threw them into the crowd. Like, so it was down to 2, and we just got the crowd to cheer cheer the loudest for who should win. And it ended up being, it was pretty close, but it ended up being the Willy Wonka, Temuthee Chalamet. And it was so sweet. This dude was such a chill guy. And I was thinking, I was like, holy fuck, we could have gassed up like an actual psychopath. I feel like a lot of the people that might have showed up, like I think the people that did it pure of heart were the people who were like, oh, my girlfriend told me to show up, so I just did it for fun. But I'm sure there was motherfuckers in that crowd that were like, oh, I'm Temuthee, I'm Himothy, and I'm gonna get so many numbers, and I'm gonna be drowning in women tonight. Like, we could have gotten one of those motherfuckers to win, and that would have been a nightmare. But we got the sweetest dude ever. He like literally stayed for an hour after the competition and like took pictures with everyone that wanted pictures. He did like so many interviews. His name was Miles. And then he came and got burgers with us. Anthony bought us all fucking burgers. And it was so funny. Like, we're walking through the streets of New York, and this shit had just happened. So, like, you know, people were seeing it on social media and stuff. And you see, like, people in bars and, like, restaurants point out, be like, that's the Temuthee Chalamet, man! Like, it was so crazy. I've never seen a city come together like that. I was like, maybe America does have social fabric. It was so crazy. And then we got burgers, and I don't know what he's doing now. He's posted a few TikToks. Go follow him. But I've never. It was such a surreal experience, and let me make it so clear. I cannot overstate enough how little I actually did. Like, I was fully just there. My judging portion took like maybe 20 seconds, but I was I'm so grateful to be a part of it. Like, even just witnessing that shit firsthand was so crazy, because there's like what a random fucking thing to just throw. Like, I would love to just take a walk in Anthony's shoes for a day. I'd love to step into his mind and just see what the fuck is going on in there, because who, like, out of the blue, who just comes up with a Temuthee Chalamet lookalike contest and for free, and it's for the culture, and there's a prize, and there's hijinks, and it's silly. So, like, I look back at it, and I look at these. Oh, the video ended. What the fuck? The video ended. I look back at it, and I think we need more things like this. And I think already there's been like copycats. Like Anthony's he did a Kai Cenat lookalike meetup. But, like, motherfuckers are already copying his steez. Like, I saw someone making, like, a post. Like, there's posters already for... Who's the guy from The Bear who kind of looks like a mouse? Oh, my fucking God, that's going to piss me off. The mouse-looking guy, the main character from The Bear. They're doing, like, a lookalike thing for that. And I just listen, I guess imitation is the purest form of flattery, but that shit is not going to be as good because, like, things fell apart spectacularly with like 10 people total working on this shit. I just know someone is just throwing this shit together. Like, you can't outdo Anthpo. It's not gonna work. I do kind of want to see what happens though. That's gonna be silly as fuck. And like, it's so crazy to me that Temuthee Chalamet himself. Am I having a stroke tonight? What the fuck is going on? Temuthee Chalamet himself showed up because this man is uber famous. Duh. I don't think there's a single street he could walk down without getting mobbed in New York City. And he just fucking walked in there. He walked into the crowd with a mask on and was like taking pictures with people. Like, incredible. It happened as good as it possibly could have happened. Like, a $500 fine. Like, motherfucker, we were ready to go to Rikers. But $500 fine was all that, and like a slap on the wrist. I was like, I had visions. I was like, imagine I get deported because of this. I'm like, imagine like I get detained and they send my ass back to Canada because I was like a judge in a Temuthee Chalamet lookalike contest. But it turned out swimmingly, and I see a little memes on Twitter, and it's so beautiful to have been a part of that. I look back at my career and I think of things. It's like, wow, I was proud to do this, or I was proud to be a part of this. And as like minuscule of a fucking role I had, I am so grateful. I even just got to witness this. Now, that being said, there's so many people being fucking evil online right now. Like, in the comments of the winner being like, you don't know that to me. Shut the fuck up. You weren't there. If you wanted to have a say in who won the Temuthee Chalamet lookalike contest, you could have showed up to the Temuthee Chalamet lookalike contest. The same way, if you want to have a say in what happens in this election, you better go fucking vote. You better go vote. I don't know if the deadline's passed already for registering, but if it hasn't, Google that shit right now and check. You have no fucking excuse. I know people that are flying back to the state that they're registered to vote in to vote. And I don't want to get into the shit that I got into when I was ranting about Chapel Rowan and that whole situation. But no, you're being but you're being selfish as fuck if you are going to be a single issue voter and not vote for Kamala Harris or boycott the election because of like one thing. You're actually an asshole for that. So please don't. Please go and vote. I'm so fucking scared. But I'm going to try not to think about it. Because even though I'm not a citizen, if Trump gets in, hey, guess who's on a visa here? And guess who doesn't like brown people? It's Mr. Trump. Guess who just had a rally where one of his openers said that Puerto Rico is a floating trash island? So, would love to avoid that. And would love to have just a giggly woman in the office of this great country. I'd love to see someone who's like so Prozac out, and I want to hear that cackle and I want to hear that chuckle from the White House. I guess she's in the White House now. My question is, if you're like running for president, but you're also vice president, how do you not get burned out? Like, how are you doing both jobs at the same time? Like, is she even the vice president right now? Imagine Biden fucking died tonight and she had to like take over that shit while campaigning for the election, and it's like a week away. I would be so stressed. Sorry, back to the reception on listen, so there was an entire group of Temuthee Chalamet lookalikes in the original park that I don't know if they were trying to throw their own competition because they didn't know that like the real one was taking place at a different park. But I was like looking at because like every fucking press publication covered it. Like, it's so insane. It was so insane, like seeing all the cameramen and then seeing those pictures online. But some people are like, this one should have won. This one should have won. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up. And I really wish for nothing but the best for the winner. Truly a sweet guy for the time we spent with him. Hope he's doing well. Hope he is able to like. He should have his Hawk Tuah moment. If Haley Welch can have her fucking Hawk Tuah moment for like from like being on camera for like 30 seconds, so can fake Timothy. So can Temuthee Chalamet. Okay, you fucking assholes. Also, go watch Anthony's video when it comes out. on this whole situation because he had like 5 camera people recording the whole thing, and you will get a better retelling of the story than what the fuck I just tried to recount from my memory, which is going so incredibly fast, y'all. Also, does Adderall make your memory get worse? Because if so, I actually might not take it. That's a lie. I know I'm definitely gonna try it, but I don't know. Okay, anyways, this drama is from @Kirsten_K drama. By the way, if you want me to read your drama in a future episode of Drama Mom Podcast, comment it down below on the YouTube video version of this podcast. And news, we are extending the amount you can say from 1 sentences to 2. So feel free to say 2 sentences, but if they're run on, I'm not fucking reading it. Okay. Drama. Should I tell my roommate that okay, why can I not fucking read? It's so late, and I've been up since 5 a.m. because I fucking woke up for the Chromacopia album. Fuck. Let me get through this. Should I tell my roommate that her boyfriend Loki sucks and I think they should break up? I've never heard anything positive about him from her, and she's constantly stressed and upset from this man texting her being like, whatever, just go cheat on me with a guy that I know you're with. And we'll be like going to a rugby social. Like, what? Anyways, I don't know if I should talk to her about it because it's not really my business. If you are close enough with that friend and you're able to like get through to her because friends are the only kind of like objective viewpoint when someone's in a bad relationship. There's probably no one else who will be able to like show them like reality if they're in a bad relationship or a potentially abusive relationship. Say, and maybe don't catch her out of the blue, but be like, listen, your boyfriend is a fucking nut. He's a bastard. And you might not like have to say like break up with him now, but at least like give them that outside perspective that they need, because that shit is hard to have when you're in a relationship and everything seems like it's in rose-colored lenses, but you're actually getting treated horribly. So that's my advice for you. And with that being said, thank you to everyone. Say thank you, Temuthee Chalamet, for showing up. I'm going to go to bed. I'm so tired. Holy fuck. Love you. See you next Thursday.